I hope you guys understand my current situation here, because everyone's upstairs. I don't want to film and bother them, and it's too cold outside. I planned on filming outside for this one, but whatever. Guess we're doing it downstairs. Woohoo! Right in the basement. Okay, so today we're doing the Brobecks. The Brobecks, very unknown band, but it was made by Dallin Weeks. It was a band made by Dallin Weeks, and they released four albums. I would love to say five, but they didn't release five, sadly. They had an EP, I believe, but I decided not to include it for just reasons. Actually, they had a shit ton of EPs, but that's not the point. The point is, today we're ranking all the Brobecks albums. And, yeah, let me just pull my script out right behind me. Okay, let's go. Number 4, Understanding the Brobecks. This album sucks, Dookie. This is garbage. Not all the songs are bad. It has their style that they pick up later in their career, but it is not a good album. The best songs on here are Creep You Out and Hey You. It's just not good. It's very boring. It's not repetitive, but it's just so boring. It's such a boring listen. Downtown's okay. It's an okay outro song, I guess. It's just not good. It's just not good. There's nothing good. Like, there's a couple songs on there that are decent, but it's just not. But it's okay for a first album. It's okay for a first album. No first musical project is gonna be that amazing. But this is just okay. This gets a 6 out of 10, I guess. So for number 3, Good Night and Have a Pleasant Tomorrow. Good Night and Have a Pleasant Tomorrow is a great listen. I'd recommend you listen to it. Honestly, my favorite songs off of here are West of California, Jackie, spelled in the weird way, Jacquui. Sleeping Pills is also really good, and You Are a Ghost is probably the worst out of those tracks, but it's still really good. So anyway, though, this album is very quick, starting off with Bike Ride, which I didn't include because it's in their final project, and I wanted to save that for one of the spots. It has a lot of songs. It has a couple of songs off of it from Violent Things, which is, again, for later. But it's overall really good listen. I'd recommend you go through and you spend about 45 minutes listening to the entire thing. Overall, it's a 7.5 out of 10. Now, next is Happiest Nuclear Winter. Happiest Nuclear Winter is at about the same level as this one. It only gets an 8 out of 10. In this case, it's only 0.5 higher, and that's because I like a lot of the songs more. For example, This Is 1 Minute of Fun, Come On Vietnam, Everyone's a Jerk But Me, She's a Robot, and Shoot the Sun. And Shoot the Sun, because the song is called And Shoot the Sun, so I have to say and. Which sounds very weird, but it is correct. It is the correct way of saying it, and no one can tell me otherwise, because it just is. It just is correct. But this album is very, very good. It's not super well produced, which is fine. It doesn't matter how good your production value is. Well, it does to an extent, but if your production value is okay, then that's what you should focus on, having okay production value. And this is only okay produced. This isn't well produced. This isn't super amazingly produced. No, it's just okay. It's just right in the middle. Right in the middle. But that being said, I really, really, really enjoyed this album. I would give it an 8 out of 10. And now it's time for number 1. Number 1 is Violent Things. So Violent Things is their best work. It's their best work by far. Here are the tracks I like off of it: Better Than Me, Love at First Sight, Small Cuts, Bike Ride, and The Nerve. Boring's a great outro song, but it's very boring. Livello por della Dux, I don't know, Deux, don't know how to pronounce it, whatever, it don't matter to me. It's a good song. I feel they include a lot of brass instruments. I feel like they used a tuba at one point, saxophone. Like, there's a lot of different instruments used throughout this album. A lot of really instruments that you don't usually hear, or that I don't usually hear in songs. Some people may hear them more in their songs because they listen to fucking jazz or whatever, but that's not the point. The point is, you don't really hear it a lot, or at least in my opinion. So, it's really good. The album is not boring. It keeps you going at all times. Like, if you listen to this, you're going to want to finish it. Like, by the time track 2 is around. By the time track 10 hits, okay? By the time track 10 hits, you feel like you've only listened to a couple of songs, and you're like, holy crap, that went by so fast. And then, just all the songs are so unique, and so interesting, and so good. This is overall just a great album, 9.5 out of 10, near perfect. Either way, guys, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.